Good. Well, thank you very much, Automaton, actually, to inviting me to be here. I know it's also a little bit difficult after lunch. Also, hope you're caffeinated. I would like to tell you what was our story behind our energy optimization in one of our terminals in Savannah. But let me start first with who we are. So we are the leading independent time storage company. We operate a global network of about 66 terminals, and we're only 400 years old. So we're a Dutch company that started many years to storage other type of products. And then with time, we concentrated in the liquid products. So our main focus is sustainability, including safety. That's our main focus. And we do this, we store clean and efficiently products like gas, oil, chemicals, vegetable oils for our customers. We do not own the product. We just simply store it for them for a period of time that they require. We do require then for the logistics, we use a lot of electricity, nitrogen, all the type of utilities you need to have these products done properly. Technology leadership is one of our strategic pillars, one of the 5 actually, which was great because when I just started 20 years ago, IT was the enabler somewhere down in the strategy. Now I've really become part of the strategy. One of the areas where we really concentrate now is innovation. We actually enable a group of people, some from the business, some from outside. We gave them a budget and we said, you need to work innovation. As you remember, some of the speakers earlier said, this is not a part-time job. We really wanted to move away, although we're the leading company, we cannot, the competition is really behind us. So we really have to work towards getting that edge for our customers, but also for ourselves. So we started partnership with startup companies or non-innovative companies. And then we begin with the terminal challenges first. Then sometimes we do in a small proof of concept. If that works, we make it as a pilot, either to the same terminal or another terminal. And then if the pilot is successful, then we hand it over basically to the operational department to say, you're ready to roll it out to the rest of the terminals that are capable or have that need for that specifics. Now that is, everybody now needs to roll it out. So this is where we met Automaton. So I was introduced by our CIO to Automaton, and we were having, especially for this terminal, issues, and our big challenge, you still hear me? Okay. Is gaining visibility on the electricity usage because, and this does not apply for everybody because like in Texas where I'm based, it's not the same. In Georgia, they have peak times where the electricity is extremely high. So, and usually it's the peak times where our operations are the maximum. So we really had to look, how do we approach and look and change all our operations around that peak time. So we, with Automaton together, we wrote user stories. We started also in an agile way. And then we start installing their neurons, and then they started developing an application where they could find ways to look at our demand and see how we can shape that out better. And then with time, we were able also to predict the operations, but also predict the usage of that specific equipment. Some of the usage, which I think we liked it very much, is the neurons, which we were trying to roll over to other sites, is that because we have a lot of meters that are old, and changing a meter, and if you go to a terminal, we're talking about millions of dollars to change them. So we also have to find a way to be low cost, to be able to read out of those meters without having to exchange them. So we use their neurons apart from their platform, which I think so far has been a great success. So what were the results? It took us some time because it was, I think, also for them as a startup, and we having to run. We run a POC in one specific area of the terminal, but it didn't really give us the readings that we wanted, because you cannot just go to the bill and check, okay, this is specific area, this is how much. Although we did try to look, but we said, okay, we really, if we want to go into it, we have to do the whole pilot. So we said, let's invest for the pilot, let's go for the whole terminal. And we were able to get some visibility on the energy use in the operations. So now the planner can really see what are the operations that are going to happen during the day or during the afternoon, and then be able to shift, let's say, the heating of a tank because that customer is not coming today. So I don't have to heat that tank anymore. So he shifts everything in his operations in order to balance and always stay below the peak time. So we were able to reduce 25% of our energy use, which is the energy use is about 16 to 8% of our expenses. Only energy, and I'm not talking about the other utilities. And then we were able to increase a lot of 5% in the labor productivity because we don't have any more nobody outside to check the meters and review and also for the product quality, we were able to check because we don't overheat or we do different changes over time. So far, it has been a great partnership. We're about to finish the evaluation where we will then hand over back to Global for them to decide, okay, we're gonna roll over to the rest of the terminal. So again, like I mentioned earlier, this is, and he said it, is fit for purpose. Doesn't mean that we're gonna roll it out to the 65 terminals because like in Texas, well, it's cheaper, the energy, we can have fixed cost. And so it's really in the needs that you have more than what you expect. This, I wanted to close just to explain a little bit how is our digital transformation and innovation in Vopak. So as we said, we have this team that is working out global. They choose the lighthouses over our network. But when we choose a technology, we're gonna try everything. We really will focus on key teams that are really based on the needs of the terminal, based in our main value drivers like safety and security. The energy management, like I said, we did try another terminal with Schneider as well. So we not only tried one company, but we tried different ones just to test how does it work, those pilots in different areas. For productivity, very important, like we were hearing earlier in other sessions, customers, really listening what the customers really need, not what we expect that they want, but really underneath. And what do you expect? We have a really good case in Deer Park in Texas where we did some data analytics where we were able to save the customer demurrage. So when the vessel arrives into the port, usually there's a lot of delays. And we just couldn't find out where all these delays, and then the customer will pay $20 to $30 million because it was a big demurrage. So having to have that data analytics was also a great support because we were able to support our customer, and they were, of course, excited that now we saved them all that money. But that's, again, something that it was their need where we said, okay, this is what we need to analyze, not how are my expenses or how is that my driver is going to be here or there. So really into the needs. And of course, because we are a supply chain company, this is the main thing where we focus. I think that's all I wanted to say about our project. You want any questions or?
We can do questions in the mail.
Okay, later. Okay, good.